Bunlar CERN'e katkı yapan ülkeler. Evet, 10 sene sonra arkadaşımla buluşuyorum. www'nun World Wide Web'in doğduğu yere, ofise gidiyoruz. Bakıyorum Nobel'li birisi var mı diye de esprinin kötülüğüne bakın ya.
Dünyanın en büyük bilim merkezindeyim. CERN. Burası İsviçre ve Fransa sınırında yer alan yerin yaklaşık 100 metre altında dev bir laboratuvar kompleksi. Ama burası sıradan bir bilim merkezi değil. Burada evrenin nasıl başladığını, maddenin neden var olduğunu, zamanın ne olduğunu anlamaya çalışıyorlar. Büyük Hadron Çarpıştırıcısı yani LHC. Protonları ışık hızına yakın hızlarda çarpıştırarak büyük patlamanın bir anlık kopyasını yaratıyorlar. Yani Big Bang'in. Higgs Bozonu, kara madde, paralel evrenler, tüm bu kavramların peşinde koşan bilim insanları buraya her gün geliyor. Şimdi kameramı açtım ve sizi de yanımda bu tünellere, bu dev mıknatıslara, bu akıl almaz deneylere götürüyorum. Milyarlarca dolarlık deneylerin yapıldığı CERN'e gidiyoruz.
Ülkenin bayrakları var. Tabii ki bizim bayrağımız yok. Biliyorsunuz burs veriyoruz tüm gelirlerimizle ve Just English bana inanılmaz yardımcı oluyor. Just English dil okulları. Onların Türkiye'de onlarca okulu var ve Amerika'da New York ve Los Angeles'ta da dil okulları var. Dünyayı gezmek için dil öğrenmeye ihtiyacınız var. Dil öğrenmeden de gezebilirsiniz ama insanları anlamanız için dil öğrenmeniz gerekiyor. Onun için de İngilizce en önemlisi. Dil öğrenmek için de bana desteğini esirgemeyen Just English'in Amerika'daki ve Türkiye'deki dil okullarını tercih edebilirsiniz. Evet, bunlar CERN'e katkı yapan ülkeler. Almanya, Belçika, İspanya, Danimarka, Bulgaristan, İtalya, Finlandiya, Yunanistan bayrakları var. Polonya var. Bu da direkt olarak karşınıza çıkan bir şey. Biz de aslında katkı yapabilirdik çünkü bizim sanayiden pastacılacıyı getirsek şu küfü atardı bir ya. Globe of Science and Innovation. Evet, 10 sene sonra arkadaşımla buluşuyorum. You look much older. How are you, my friend? 10 years. 10 years. After Chile, Argentina road, border.
Yes.
How are you? Good.
They are building here the science gateway.
Gateway to where? To another galaxy?
Dimension. Basically, it's gonna be apart from very nice, representing like the accelerator. There are these two tubes, and there will be some visitor centers there.
Ah, okay.
And then they will connect with a building over there, which is gonna have a huge auditorium to organize events and stuff like that.
Perfect.
So this is like a major construction work going on. And this is the globe, right? The globe of innovation is called.
Yeah.
It was given by the Swiss government.
Okay.
And inside there is also some exhibition and some nice things to visit.
How we
and
go?
This is the reception of CERN.
Okay.
CERN. So at CERN there are like 3 restaurants.
Okay.
To cover the needs of the public. And then we're gonna go to have lunch in one, but we are gonna be passing by the office with the sign that says that the web was born here.
Oh, right.
Because the web was invented at CERN.
Yeah, yeah. World Wide Web, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Tim Berners-Lee that created it, and then you will see now the office with the sign.
Okay.
Which in reality I think is not the office.
Ah, okay.
The office is somewhere else. and then afterwards we will see an exhibition where you can see one of the first web servers.
All right. Perfect.
Let's go and check it out.
Evet. www'nun World Wide Web'in doğduğu yere, ofise gidiyoruz. Görüyorsunuz ne kadar mütevazi. Ama burası dünyanın en pahalı deneyinin yapıldığı yer mevcutta da. This is the most expensive lab in the world, right?
I don't know if it is the most expensive, but it's the most important project.
Yeah.
Research lab. Yeah, so
Research lab.
huge collaboration
Yeah.
with many different
And
countries.
it's so modest, the corridors and
Yes,
the rooms.
exactly. These are the best ones. Huh?
Yeah, best
Those
one.
are the best ones. So you will see the rest. Let's continue.
Okay.
Most of the clothes are door because only people are moving to lunch. But okay, still.
So here has the most expensive experiment, right? Ever.
Yes, there is the LHC, the Large Hadron Collider.
Yes.
It's an accelerator.
Okay.
It
Yes.
is 100 meters underground,
Okay.
and it's the biggest machine ever built,
Okay.
and probably
Yeah.
one of the most expensive. So here we're getting close to where the work was born. As you
Oh,
can see.
really? Here?
So
Oh.
this is the commemorative sign that shows and says that you say Tim Berners-Lee, 1984.
Tim Berners-Lee
In the
World Wide Web.
So I don't know exactly where, but one of the offices here.
Okay.
He invented that.
It's my surname, Koparan. Koparan. Oh. So,
There is, it could be any of these.
is it
offices,
like museum or just?
No, this is a real offices.
Yeah.
There are still people working here. There is a museum
Okay, but
in.
Why do you have IBM? Like old Commodore 64 laptop.
Let me see. That's for history.
No, Commodore
Somebody
64.
left it there, probably. Nobody cared.
Evet, CERN'deki yalanı ortaya çıkardık. They are only using Commodore 64s,
Yes.
pretending like they're doing something, but then.
But look, the most important thing is you can be careful because there are horses.
What? What the hell? Evet arkadaşlar, CERN'deki they're like crazy scientists, right?
Exactly.
Deli bir bilim insanı çıkabilir.
So we're approaching the main building, which is that one over there.
Okay. Ana bina orası.
And then we call it the main building because this is where, of course, the restaurant is, but also the main administration offices. The director general is sitting somewhere up there in the
Okay.
6th floor. And then you have the bank and
Okay.
all this.
Oh, you even have a bank
we have
because
a bank,
Switzerland.
yeah. Exactly. We have a bank and there is a travel agency also.
Oh, really?
There is a small market.
Oh.
There are a few things in there. This is like a small town. Huh? There's,
Yeah.
There are maybe 4,000, 5,000 people
Really? Wow.
working here, but then with visitors, like collaborators that come from time to time, it's maybe like around 8,000 in one go.
How many languages do you speak now?
Who?
Like you?
Me,
Yes.
personally.
German?
And then German.
Some Turkish?
I speak some Portuguese, some Turkish. Yes, but, I understand. I understand. I can speak a little bit if you
Yeah, yeah.
if you speak slowly to me.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
I think so. So your kids are now growing with so many languages.
yeah, sure. So the small one is 2 years, so still learning, right? But the other one that is 4, she speaks no problem in Turkish, English, and Spanish.
Oh my God,
and
so
French
good.
probably as well. I never heard. Let's wait for a cena here.
Yeah, yeah.
So she
Okay.
will come.
Now we are in the middle of the in a restaurant
Restaurant, yeah.
where all the scientists eat.
Yeah. Sometimes you can find a Nobel Prize Award winner in here. Huh? So
What can you find?
Nobel Prize
Oh, really?
winner sometimes.
Yeah. So the lowest IQ person ever came here and ate is me.
Come on.
Evet, buradaki tarihteki en düşük IQ'lu. Oh, thank you. Grazie. Evet Asenacığım.
Merhaba.
10 yıl sonra, Şili'den sonra nasıl yakaladım seni ama? İşte burada yakalarım. Hepsi bilim insanları değil mi?
Evet, bilim
Bakıyorum
insanları,
Nobel'li birisi var mı diye de.
gençler ağır.
Demin bir yaşlı böyle yürüyemeyen bir adam vardı. O kesin Nobel'liydi ya. Ya bu arada cidden değil mi? Bir sürü Nobel ödüllü insan yemek yiyor burada. Anlamıyorsunuz bile.
Yok, kas sistemi yok.
Kas sistemimiz yok. Evet, bu ne? Füze mi bu?
Yok, füze değil. Bu sadece işte bu parçacık hızlandırıcısının bir parçasının replikası
He.
diyebiliriz.
Bu
Sen sanırım galiba inemeyeceksin oraya. Kapı şu an
niye?
çalıştığı
Ha, evet.
zamanlarda inemiyorsun radyasyon.
Higgs bozonu ne oluyor?
Nasıl oluyor?
Ya konuyla o kadar alakasız olabilir mi? Higgs bozonu diye bir şey varmış. I heard there is something like Higgs boson. Where is it?
They're all hidden there.
Ah, okay.
Their summer house.
Yes.
Summer house.
Evet, bu ne oluyor? Bunun içinden geçiyor.
İşte parçacık hızlandırıcısının içinde hızlandırılıyor protonlar.
Sonra
magnetlerle
birbirine çarpıyor.
Yörüngelerini tutuyor ve sonra da evet istediğimiz noktada dedektörlerin olduğu noktalarda çarpıştırılıyor.
Ha, siz
Ve
çarpıştırıyorsunuz.
böylece protonların daha alt
Evet.
parçacıklarına inebiliyoruz.
Bu şey madde
Higgs bozonu.
Higgs bozonunu mu buluyorsunuz öylece?
İşte evet onu bulmaya çalışıyorum. Ben artık çalışmıyorum ama ben artık burada çalışmıyorum.
Nerede
çünkü.
çalışıyorsun? Şeyde McDonald's'ta da.
Olabilirdi ama evet ben
Daha iyi para var diye McDonald's'ta çalışmaya başladım.
We need money from McDonald's.
ben başka alan değiştirdim. Ben astrofiziğe doğru
Astrofizik,
geçiş yaptım.
evet.
O yüzden buradan uzaklaştım.
Ülkemizin gururusun ya, yemin ediyorum valla. She's proud of our country. Not you. You're the damat.
The damat.
Damat, yes.
Yeah, of course I am.
And like how many kilometers does this go? Under bu yerden
Yerin altındaki
bu şekilde değil mi? Hepsi bundan oluşuyor.
yuvarlak.
Tam yuvarlak dönüyor ama şehrin etrafında dönüyor.
Yani evet Fransa'nın
Yani-
altına da geçiyor. Hem
hı.
İsviçre'nin altında var hem
Şey bu değil mi dönüyor yani bu şekilde?
evet dönüyor bu şekilde.
Yani
Hı hı.
27 kilometre mi? How many kilometers?
27
27 kilometre boyunca dönüyor.
ve 100 metre yakın.
100 metre.
metrede
Altımızda şu anda.
Evet.
Burası şu anda biz Fransa'da mıyız? İsviçre'de miyiz?
Fransa'dayız.
Where is France?
So we're going to France now in 15 minutes. We're going in France.
Okay. Ya bu CERN hem Fransa'da hem İsviçre'de değil mi?
Evet.
Bilimsel konulardan çıkıp gezgin konularına.
Evet. 200
Ay bu ne?
altında.
Düşüyordum.
Orası da bir kunduz evi olabilir.
Harbi mi?
So you're gonna go down to the accelerator if you...
Allah. Şuradan girebilir miyiz acaba? Buradan mı giriliyor acaba? Evet arkadaşlar, Higgs bozonuna gizli, hiç kimsenin
Oynuyorlar.
Pablo Escobar'ın gizli tünelini bulduktan evet, şu anda Higgs bozonuna girip 3. kolumuzu çıkartacağız. Third arm. Yani alttaki borular bu şekilde döşeniyor. Evet. Vakum derken? Ha, vakumluyorlar. Vakumluyorlar böyle.
Bakımlıyorlar.
Konuya ne kadar uzağım ya.
We do science here and then you can see the Mont Blanc at the end there.
Ah.
You can see it in between
Ah,
the
I
two
can see
trees.
now.
Yeah.
There's even an airplane.
Yeah, probably still people skiing
Yeah.
up in the mountains.
Ah, yeah. Ah, evet. Mont Blanc, right? Okay, I can see it, Mont Blanc, but yeah. Oh, very nice.
Right.
Now where are we going?
Now Hasan is gonna drop us
Yeah.
in the computer center.
Oh, evet. Bu
We're gonna see the computer
bu bilgisayar merkezinde çok büyük veriler varmış değil mi? Yani inanılmaz derecede
Hızlandırıcısından çıkan aldığımız
veriler.
vektörlerden gelen veriler. Bu bilgisayar merkezi.
Şey duymuştum böyle.
Bilgisayar
Yani CD yok şu anda da CD'ye koysam böyle kilometrelerce şey oluyormuş yani. Ha?
I think it was something like that. That could almost reach the moon.
Yeah, yeah, I heard like CDs can reach the moon.
Yeah, exactly.
Evet, gördünüz mü? Neler biliyorum neler. Daha ne sorular var ya. Biz de boş değiliz be. Meslek lisesi öğrencisiyiz biz öyle. Evet, burada da CERN deneyi yapılıyor. Hi, how are you? Are you doing an experiment? Yes. Like with the particles? Yes. Evet, protonu atıyor, protonu tutuyor. So this is what?
So here is the computer center.
Evet,
But,
bilgisayar merkezine geldik.
This is the IT department, so the both buildings.
Okay.
And IT people created this mouse shelter.
Really?
Let's see if you understand the mice shelter.
Mice shelter.
Yeah, because there are mice there. As you
Oh.
can see,
Shit.
it's not the real animal, but there are just spare mice. It's an
There's-
IT joke, as
There is nothing? Oh Jesus Christ! What? I
Now you got
Evet
it.
arkadaşlar.
Now you got it.
Evet ya. Esprinin kötülüğüne bakın ya. Evet. burada fareleri besliyorlarmış. Oh my god, it's hanging as well. I didn't even see them. Oh my god. This is like the worst joke ever.
Exactly, worst
Like,
joke ever.
worst.
I agree. Okay, let's see, we're meeting now Lars.
Yeah.
It's a colleague of mine. And look, there is a Turkish girl coming.
Oh,
This is Ezgi.
Ezgi. How are you?
Hello.
Nasılsın?
Memnun oldum tanıştığıma Ezgi.
Harikasın. Ben çekiyorum sana, sıkıntı olmaz değil mi?
tabii sıkıntı yok.
Nasılsınız?
İyiyim sağ olun.
Ne güzel, her yer Türklerle dolu burada. Nasıl? Var mı?
Giderek.
İşler yolunda mı? Siftah var mı?
İyi, fena değiliz.
Fare merkezinizi gördük, çok güzelmiş.
Tabii Japonya'da bir orman var ya insanların, bu aynısının fare versiyonu.
Burada çalışıyorsunuz?
Yes, in the next building actually.
Next building. You work together?
He's my boss's boss.
Really? Boss's boss. Wow.
We're just friends, right?
Boss'un
we work in the
bossu.
building there, but
Yeah.
now we are meeting Lars. I don't know if you saw Lars.
Yeah, I saw him.
He's gonna
Siz
show
mi
us the
beni
process.
tanıyordunuz? Sormuş birisi ama. Ha?
Evet, ben şeyde
Takip ediyor musun?
Twitter'daki bir iki tane flow'da denk gelmiştim de.
Vay.
Sizin gezilerinizle alakalı.
İşte arkadaşlar, hayranlarım görüyorsunuz dünyanın her yerinde.
Dolara rağmen.
Rağmen diye. Memnun oldum bu arada.
Ben de memnun oldum.
Lars, hello. This
How
is
are you?
Lars. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
We work together.
Where are you from?
Denmark.
Ha, buradan har du det?
What?
Buradan har du det?
Jeg har det meget godt.
Ja. Jeg kan forstå dansk.
Wow.
Ja.
Du er en af de få.
Hyggelig. Ja, get the hell out of here. Vi skal prate dansk. Yes. My Danish is not very scientific. Okay. Oh, can I film? Is it okay? Yeah. Tusen takk. Wow. Wow. Evet. Burası.
Welcome to the CERN data set visits.
Okay.
We're going to have a small tour here.
Okay. Abi çok iyi. Burada ne Bitcoin çıkartırlar ha. Can we do Bitcoin here? Bitcoin mining?
No, that's not allowed.
No? Okay. That's the reason I came.
Yeah. So I'll do a bit of an intro. So, it's here. We have a big particle accelerator, which is 27 kilometers diameter. It's a total 27 kilometers. On that ring, we have 4 experiments. But in fact, it's a complete complex. If you see all the tiny details down here, you see there's multiple rings.
All right.
And they're all feeding each other. Okay, so we start in a small ring where we accelerate the particles, we get them up to higher speed, and then we put them out in a bigger ring, and then even bigger to get the really high speeds up. Right? It's like when you play this tennis with a stick on a ball, where you throw it.
Evet, burada da CERN deneyi yapılıyor. Hi, how are you? Are you doing an experiment?
Yes.
Like with the particles? Yes. Evet, protonu atıyor, protonu tutuyor.
Bang, bang, faster and faster and faster and faster, right? So we gain this speed, okay? So when we run the accelerator, we go on particles that we have on the 4 points along the ring, we have cameras, very good cameras. So that's what's being displayed here, right? So the particles are running around in the accelerator in opposite directions, and then at these 4 locations, they hit each other. What happens is that we have this big camera the size of some big houses, right? And it takes a picture. We'll see that when they collide, there's a lot of particles flying out through this detector, and it can detect this thing, and it creates an image of that thing, right? And we do that very, very fast. We do it many times a second. So in fact, these detectors, they can deliver a lot of data, and it's far more than we can possibly deal with.
Yes.
Okay. And it's a bit the same as if we compare it to the detectors that are able to produce data to something that looks like a stack of DVD that's 3 kilometers high every second. Every second it can push a stack of 3 kilometers DVDs up. That's the amount of data that comes out of this. Right? That's immense. That's way too much. So the cameras out there, they're very good at filtering out images, and we're filtering out the stack of DVDs very fast, first in hardware. It's the only thing that's fast enough. This is what is happening here. It's this one. So now you can see all the data coming. Okay, but that's an ultra-fast event detection. It checks, is it something that interests we want to look at? Most of all these images is just regular business, okay? And that's why we're not interested in them. So we're filtering out everything that might look interesting.
Okay.
Then it continues into a computing file that has some few more microseconds to look at each of these images and think, is it actually something very interesting we want to look at? Then we select more of these images and send it in here to the CERN data center that you're currently in right now. Okay? And what happens is that this stack of DVDs that we can produce every second is reduced to something that looks like a single DVD that comes into the data center every second. Okay? And right, so that's what we're seeing here. The images are being fed into the CERN data center. We're getting this one DVD a second, right? But that's actually a very, very big reduction, 3 kilometers down to one DVD. Okay? And that's simply in order to be able to handle the huge amount of data that we have. Then the first thing that happens when the data goes into a data center is that we have to be able to store it somewhere. Okay, so we store it first on disks, and then once it's down on a disk, we make a copy of it and send it one copy further to tape. Here. Ratchet up. So now we have basically 2 copies of each image stored at CERN. But then the next step is that we need to be able to analyze these images. We need to be able to process them. And for that we look at one big image. It's about the same size as a normal digital image you take with your phone. Right? And then we look at the tracks that each of the particles did throughout this image. Right? And in order to do the processing, we need a lot of computing power because there's a lot of images to look at. And therefore, we copy the data out to 150 other data centers around the world. They're not all getting all the data, they're getting part of the data, right? But we have tier 1, which is 10 data centers that we send the data out to, and then from tier 1 we send it out to tier 2, which is these 140 other data centers, okay? And from that on, then researchers can access the data, they can process it, they can analyze it, and do that job, okay? So that's essentially like a big picture of what's happening here with the core data center. And now, it's the time for the dramatic moment, right? So you guys be next to the screen, so I can do...
Me? Boom! Oh shit! Oh my god!
Okay.
Wow!
So this is the CERN data center. It was built in the 70s, this building. So it's really been through a lot of generations of CERN and computing history. What you see today is that we have racks, long racks here. You see that there's a lot of machines in here. It's a bit like a farm, right?
Yeah. Worldwide web servers.
Yeah, and some of the servers here. But then, in fact, what we have today is that everything is now virtualized. So we can sit over in our offices and say, hey, I need a computer, give me one, and then it boots up something down here, right? So in terms of people that are managing all of this, then in the early days of CERN computing history, there was a lot of people to manage one computer. Now we have a person or a bit more to manage a humongous amount of computers, right? So things that's interesting here, right, is that when you have so many computers in a data center, then one of the problems is that generate a lot of heat. And one way to optimize the energy we use in cooling down the entire area is that we put, you can see this plexiglass on top of the racks, right? So the air comes up from the bottom of the of the floor, and then it gets dragged out through the computer, and this way we're localizing the cooling to the actual computer instead of cooling down the entire room, right?
Evet arkadaşlar, şaka gibi ama karşıt madde fabrikasındayız. Fabrika, this is like, it's like factory in sanayi in Turkish.
Exactly, yeah.
Hold this?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can't enter because it's high risk of dying, right? High risk of growing third arm.
Exactly. Right now, all the big machine at CERN, so the accelerator is working and all the machinery is working, so it's not possible to go in. But yeah, this is the antimatter factory.
Yes.
So if you remember the movie, what was the movie?
The Angels and Demons.
Angels and Demons. Was it that
I
one?
think something like this.
In which they were coming to steal antimatter.
Yeah.
To do something great. So well, this is it. This is the antimatter factory.
So can I take home some? Make
well,
a ring. Antimatter.
Yeah, I mean,
Karşıt
probably if you will
madde.
manage to get this in a stable manner in a container, you could sell it expensive in the black market, but it's not possible.
Yeah. No.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
But you see, it says no visit.
No visit arkadaşlar.
Yeah, restricted access. Stop. We can look from.
Can I look from the window?
Hi. Oh, from here we cannot see much.
Okay. İçeride bir şey göremedim ben.
Yeah, it's not possible.
No?
Because it's behind those doors afterwards.
Evet, sizin için antimadde fabrikasına şey yapacağım. Just a minute, I'll just see if I can. Ha, böyle işte ama gözükmüyor. So what's antimatter? Can you explain? Is it for simple? No, no, okay.
So antimatter. What is antimatter? It's very difficult for me to explain.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not a physicist. So
I will Google it.
I see an open door there, but I don't know if we can get close.
Oh.
It's a different building though.
Evet, antimadde üreten fabrika. So how many antimatters do you have here?
I don't think you can count because I think
How much do you sell it for each?
it's very cheap, like 100 Turkish lira.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like Antep fıstığı.
It's probably Jan Fastek is more expensive.
More expensive than antimatter. Okay.
Yeah. But it's funny to see, right? I mean, it's not.
Yeah, it's so like you never see an antimatter factory all your life.
Yeah, I don't think you can find
Yeah.
it anywhere else, right? So
Evet,
that's a unique
dünyadaki
place.
tek karşıt madde fabrikası. Vay be. Very interesting.
Do you feel like climbing through a little bit, just till there?
Okay. Evet arkadaşlar, CERN'in restoranına oturduk, kahve içiyorduk. İnternetten şimdi 25 tane 4K video yollayacağım, WeTransfer'li. Bakın bu yolladıklarım, yani Türkiye'de 12 saatte falan gidiyor. Oh my god, this is yemin ediyorum çıldırmak üzereyim. Şaka mı bu ya? Evet, internetin icadı olduğu yerden internetle video yollayan bir çakallık. This is amazing. Wow! It's sent already. Oh my god. This is like... Oha, saniye gibi gidiyor. Ben bunu Kolombiya'da 3 günde falan yolluyorum. 3 günde böyle birer birer. Kokuyor yarısı. Don't have aircon?
No.
Why not?
It's well, first of all because it's very old.
Yeah.
Buildings, and then because it's forbidden actually.
Yeah? Why? You don't know.
I don't know. I don't remember. But I think it's traditionally in Switzerland it was never so hot.
Yeah? Oh, okay, yeah.
So there was no need.
Oh yeah. Well, it's hot now.
And now it's hot. Yeah, sometimes it's very. But this a rule. I don't know why. You ask me why. It's not allowed.
I'll just say. İlgimi çeken bir şey oldu. Hiçbir odada klima yok. Bizim biliyorsunuz böyle en küçük bir devlet dairesinde bile cayır cayır klimalar yanar. Burada adamlar dünyanın en çok para harcanan projelerinden bir tanesinde çalışıyorlar. Deli paralar dönüyor yani. Çok pahalı şeyler. Bahsettiğim bir ülke kapasitesi kadar paradan bahsediyorum. Milyarlarca dolar. Ama ortam bu. Niye? Bilime harcıyorlar parayı. You spend the money rather for science than Yeah.
We
Yeah.
spend money on some small like offices and cool stuff.
Yeah.
But this is one of the workshops.
Okay.
Don't ask me what they're doing here, but
Yes. Hi. Dünyanın her yerinden bilim insanları burada bir şeyler yapıyorlar.
More about it, so it will be more clear for you what it did and how long it was used. And actually this building was closed for a long time because it was very radioactive. So they put a lot of concrete. So if you go outside and you look, you see there are many concrete blocks like on the roof and all of that. And it was closed for many, many years. And then when we saw that, okay, it's safe to come here again, CERN decided to make this visit place because it's really unique. It's the first accelerator at CERN. Here there will be a video and then we can explore the space a little bit with our guest video first. I will choose English because I think it's the main language.
Okay, so that's your Ferrari?
this is my tuk-tuk.
Tuk-tuk.
Yes, my auto rickshaw.
Evet.
I fit 2 kids here and then
Perfect for kids. I like it.
get them flying.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was fantastic to see you after 10 years.
It was great to
Maybe
see you
see you in 10 years time. Yeah.
Let's make it less this time.
Yes, okay. Let's make it 6 months.
Exactly.
Maybe I will come.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you. Evet gençler, 10 sene önce Patagonya'da Şili, Arjantin sınırında karşılaştığım arkadaşlarımla dünyanın en büyük deneylerinin yapıldığı CERN şehrini diyeyim ya. Burası bir şehir gibi. Ama biliyor musunuz ne beni çok mutlu etti? Burada binlerce genç insan var ve dünyanın her yerinden, yani Hindistan'dan, Çin'den, Slovakya'dan, Amerika'dan, her yerden gelmişler. Burada bayağı özgürce yaşıyor. Ütopik bir yer gibi burası. Ve dünyaya katkı sağlıyorlar. Eğer ki bana soruyorsanız buralarda gelinir, çalışılır mı diye, kesinlikle gelin. Küçük köyler var. Fransa'da bir kısmı zaten biz gezerken de Fransa ve İsviçre olmak üzere 2 ülkede gezdik. CERN toprakları. Özellikle Fransa'da yaşıyorlarmış bir kısmı, çünkü orası daha ucuz diye. Benim arkadaşlarım İsviçre'de yaşıyor. Eğitim kalitesi daha yüksek diye yaşamışlar. Şimdi çıkıyoruz CERN'den. Fırsatınız olursa, burada birçok Türk var. Gördünüz zaten 2 tanesini. Kesinlikle gelin. Burada yaşama fırsatını katiyen kaçırmayın arkadaşlar. Kırmızı ışıkta geçen Riviera'sı. İnşallah ceza yemeyiz burada. Haşırt 1000 euro ceza keserler vallahi.